Hey guys, this video will show a modification I did to one of my more interesting glider builds to give it a thrust vectoring motor. What you see here is the bare airframe after I'd removed all the electronics in the old fittings. It weighs around 11 grams. Here I've made a rectangular cutout in the wing such that I can take this 1/16 inch thin balsa wood plate and install it using foam tack into the leading edge of the wing to act as a sort of a base plate for the pivot point of the motor. What you see here is the pivot point that I created. It's comprised quite simply of around a 1/4 inch length of aluminum tube mounted to an airfoil-shaped balsa wood standoff. There's then a U-shaped bent piece of wire going through the tube, which is made from plain steel guitar string. As you see here, I'll be using the same mini vapor electronics for this aircraft that I used last time. This set of electronics lacks one servo, which gives the desired 2-channel control and light weight. Here you can see I've attached the pivot point of the fuselage and the motor to the pivot point with significant down thrust to counteract the lever arm it has over the fuselage. Here, as you can see, I've attached the circuit board and the servo slightly aft of the motor and the pivot point. Having done all that, as you can clearly see, with a little control horn and a push rod, the motor functions just fine. That said, it's now time for test flights. So, I'll just give it a test flight here. Well, it seems to fly, but I see an obvious issue. The area here is simply quite small, and I can't turn it when the motor's not going. I don't want to keep climbing up and up and up, so I need to put a rudder on it. So let me go do that, and then we'll come back and test it again. Alright, so I've foam tacked a little Depron rudder onto the motor itself now, as you can see here. It's kind of funny looking. It looks like some kind of strange Rhamphorhynchus-like thing with that rudder on the front. I don't know if it'll do anything, because, I mean, the force moment here is so small as the center of gravity. But, let's just see. Now I'll try steering it. Well, a little bit. Let's try again. Alright, just the rudder right now, steering it down. No, see, it's doing nothing. Yeah, it's gotta be bigger. Alright, if it looked crazy before, I don't even have words to describe it now. I just extended the rudder further in front of the motor, so we maximize the lever arm in relation to the center of gravity, the force moment, essentially. I don't know what's gonna happen at all. I can't even begin to guess at this point. Chances are it'll still do nothing, but, you know, my luck, right? Okay, let's try it. Oh boy, that was not what I wanted. Time to redo it. Alright, so it was a simple fix. The rudder was just a little bit too wobbly and it got sucked into the propeller as it turned. So I put a little strengthening there, and now let's try it again. Oh, again. Well, darn it, right? Alright, well, you know, the rudder thing isn't really working out tonight, and I don't have quite the time to mess around with this any further, so much for the rudder. Let's just watch it fly, shall we?